Dr. Billinghurst, occasionally we get some pet owners that are concerned about histamines. So they hear about the big H word on social media or some scary blog clickbait article, and they, they blow up this idea that every single dog that maybe has an itching issue or has other conditions should steer clear away from anything histamines. And then they read that fermented foods can have histamines. So are histamines an issue with your fermented products? They're asking us, what do you say to that?
Right. So I'm going to assume that a dog does have a histamine issue at some
In
point.
this case, yeah.
In answering this question, I'm going to make that assumption that we do have a genuine problem with histamines. Now, in my experience, this is always, from my experience, related to feeding some form of processed pet food. That's a base part of the equation. There may be some inherited genetic association as well, maybe, and that's a very big maybe, but this dog is eating processed pet food.
Yep.
My first always reaction to this is to get the animal off the processed pet food. Get them onto a properly balanced raw whole food diet. Now, so this brings us to the question. Now, are histamines an issue with our fermented products? My answer is this. Part of the problem with histamines is an unhealthy gut terrain. And part of the problem with an unhealthy gut terrain, of course, is a poorly balanced microbiota. And again, the answer is we can add the fermented products, the Gussy gut products, but do it slowly to this balanced raw whole food diet. And what we're going to see is a healthy gut terrain that can deal with the histamine issues, actually destroy the histamines, get rid of them. And this is what we have to do. So, yes, I would think that I'd be very careful if your dog has genuine histamine products and you are feeding processed pet food. You then need to really talk to somebody who can help you construct a properly balanced raw whole food diet and then gradually introduce the Gussy gut products as the icing on the cake to make the problem actually go away and make your dog healthy. So again, all part of making your dog healthy with properly produced foods for which they are designed by evolution, which includes fermented foods such as the naturally produced Gussy's gut. Get that right, Ian. The Gussy's gut products. So
Yeah.
That's my answer.
And I will say that my observation and having talked to literally hundreds of wonderfully brilliant holistic vets, many of them tell me that most of the times people are misdiagnosing allergies, yeast infections, and histamines and itching.
Yeah.
And so we can assume that that is true. And I'm just telling you what we hear from some of the best vets all over the world that we've interviewed. If you just go to our YouTube channel, you'll see quite a few of them. And so if we do, in fact, truly, honestly have a histamine issue, think about it in your own life. So let's say you have pine trees and you have pine allergies. Your friend, significant other, doesn't have pine allergies. Your significant other or friend can break down those histamines that come in through the nose or whatever on contact. Their system is breaking it down. You may not be. And so that's why you have an allergy. The cure to that is not, you don't have a Benadryl deficiency or an allergy medication deficiency in your system. In fact, what you have is an inability to break it down. And that's what Dr. Billinghurst is talking about. So where I always get really concerned is in the absence of understanding, people start to limit their pet's world little by little by little, and their pet gets, I always call it, a smaller box. And that smaller box may be boiled chicken and rice. I mean, we hear all sorts of things, two vegetables and a single protein. It's like a rare protein, and people are living and causing their pets to live in these very small boxes. And then what ends up happening is their pets get really nasty degenerative diseases over periods of years because they just don't have the nutrients they need. So I would encourage, if you feel like you're putting your pet in a small box and you aren't 100% sure that you've got this diagnosed correctly, you need to get a hold of a really great holistic vet, do a Zoom consult, take an hour, let the vet speak to you and ask you a bunch of questions and get to the root of the issue, because you may be treating the wrong thing, number one. And then number two, you may not be giving your pet, dog or cat, the ability to heal, as Dr. Billinghurst said, and give the right gut nutrients that are actually supporting good gut health and the things that break down everything. Food, nutrients, histamines, you name it. So I hope you see the holistic nature of this question. It's really important. And really all it comes down to is really good diet, which is where we come in. We help with a good diet, raw food diet, and seek the counsel of really great people. It's going to save you a ton of time and a ton of agony. And if you get a really great holistic vet, it's not like most vets that come and see you for 7 to 15 minutes, prescribe you something, write a prescription, and then send you away. This person's actually doing a very specific, methodical, detailed Q&A over a 60 minute, sometimes longer period. And you're going to get a huge insight into your pet's wellness and well-being, and it can extend the life of your pet and the reduction of suffering, whether it be allergies or anything else. So anything else you want to add to that, Dr. B?
No, I think you've said it all, Rob. I think we've just, once again, most of these problems, unless they're very specifically and strongly genetic, they are related to environmental issues, and a major environmental issue is diet. And getting that diet right is the key to improving the health, no matter what the issue, and it includes these itchy, allergic, histamine type problems. Diet right, and then you can think about improving that diet even more with fermented products such as Gussy's Gut, which are actually going to help with it, not cause it.
Yeah, Gussy's Gut is a shortcut. It is an optimized formula, group of ingredients that is then fermented and is designed to make it really easy for you to take a scoop, put it in the food, good food, and get all these benefits without all the chopping and the 2 weeks of fermentation and all of that stuff. And you're welcome to do that. And we tell people, hey, if that's what you want to do, look at the ingredients on the back of our package, copy our recipe, go for it. And we're here to improve gut health of dogs. Okay. So if that's what you do, more power to you. We love that you've done that, and we encourage people to do that. What our customers come to us because they don't want to spend the time and energy and the grocery shopping and all that. And we've actually figured out that if you were to go to the grocery store and buy the ingredients in the bunches and at your grocery store, if you could source them all and find them all, you would end up spending more for that organic produce. Forget the time and energy and the chopping of the vegetables. You'd end up spending more than the cost of our product in a package. And our package lasts a year because we've taken care of that to freeze dry it carefully and make sure that it's shelf stable naturally without any additives. And if you fermented, once it was done fermenting, you have a lifespan of anywhere between 7 to 15 days, basically. You can extend that certain ways, but it's about 7 to 15 days. And then that batch starts to expire. So that's what we're here for. But we want you to do whatever's right for you and your pet. And we just want your pet's gut to be great. All right. Thanks for the question.